Hi, I'm Kenya Salters Gordon, the eldest child of Constance Marie Salters, and I'm here to talk about my life with her and tell you what she means to me. My mother is my best friend, is and was. By me being the oldest, I got to hang out with her in her younger years, just go through all the growing pains of being a child and her being a parent. She was a beautiful woman. She always wanted the best. When I mean the best, she always looked very nice, worked very hard, and wanted us to do the same. So growing up, we had some challenges growing up, but we always managed to stay together and to be close. Our mother always made sure we stayed in a good area growing up in a suburban area so that we can have the benefit of the best education. And it was nothing that she wouldn't do for us. I can remember distinctly her not having a whole lot of money, and I wanted to get a lace dress like the rest of my girlfriends for Easter. Lace dresses were out when I was 16. And at the very last minute, my mother surprised me. She said, "Come on, we're going to go get you this lace dress." So we held hands and got on the bus, and we went and got this lace dress. Ironically, I believe that my dress was better than my friends' dresses. That's the kind of mother I had. She would give her last for me. She was very big on helping others and caring for others. She's the reason why I became a nurse. And I believe that I'm living my vision through her. That I lived her vision for her through me. And she was very, very proud of that. She was everybody's best friend. Everyone loved her. To know her was to love her. And she was a very hard worker. One other thing about my mother is she always loved the finer things in life. She always had exquisite jewelry, just the best of everything. And she didn't worry much about anything. She was just a beautiful person. To know her, as I said, is to love her. The one thing that I would say that I would regret is not being able to spend enough time with my mother. Having to work so hard, to try to make ends meet and to be a good mother myself, I regret not being able to spend as much time as I would have liked. But I know that she mentioned numerous times how proud she was of us and how she wanted us to work hard so that we can have the things that we needed and to be able to take care of our families. She loved her children and she loved her grandchildren. And she was blessed enough to see her great-grandchild, which is my grandson, Caden. And I have nothing but fond memories of her. As she grew older, she gave her life to the Lord and actually walked her faith. So every day in the morning, she, myself, and my sister, Kalita, would all three be on the phone praying. And it never got too early and it never got too late to call her. She was always available. So that's one of the things that I'm going to miss most about her, is being able to call her. But I have assurance that I know she's in a better place, that I know she's in heaven. And all the way until her last breath, she tried to hang on for us. And we just told her it's okay to let go because you've done a great job. You've done a great job with us, and you've done a great job overall. So we just told her it was okay. It was okay to let go. And so slowly she did. So I love you, Mom. I hope I can be everything that you wanted me to be and more. And I just love you, and I'll see you again in heaven.
Hello, my name is John Salters Jr. I am Connie's middle child, her only son. My mom was always preoccupied with my sisters. Any middle children out there know what I'm talking about. The oldest is always the privileged one. They get away with everything. The baby is always spoiled, and they always get their way. The middle child is largely ignored for the most part, unless we are doing something wrong. But me and my mom had some special times together. Some that my sisters don't even know about. I think I'll keep some of those secret. But one time in particular, her and I took our beat up old car to the movie theater. I was probably about 7 years old, and we went to Miles Drive-In. It was just me and her. I don't know how we got away from the girls, but she took me to see a movie. I don't even remember what the movie was, but I had been begging for a long time to go see this movie, and so she finally took me, and we had McDonald's, and we saw the movie, and it was just one of my best days as a child. It stands out in my memory. Another time that we had together, I had the privilege of taking her down to Florida on an impromptu vacation. We went down to Orlando Studios in Orlando, Florida. It's Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. And we just had a ball. We went also to Fort Lauderdale. We took a river cruise. We had dinner every night. We stayed in a fancy hotel. And we just had the time of our lives. And it was just me and her. So that was great. Also had a lot of good times with the rest of the family. But, you know, it's those special moments, those private moments that you share with one other person that really stand out in your memory. I know it does for me. I know everybody's got a story with my mom. She was very popular in her heyday. She threw a lot of parties, and friends and relatives always came to our house to you know, visit and to party and all that stuff. So it was easy to get lost in the shuffle sometimes, but she taught me so much, and she showed me that she loved me in so many ways. One other quick story. I was in elementary school, and I needed to bring something for a bake sale, and money was tight at that time, so we weren't able to just go out and buy stuff. So she made a cake from scratch. Actually, she turned it into cupcakes and made it from scratch. She used like flour and eggs and butter and stuff, you know, and I always thought cakes came in a box. But I was amazed to see her whip together this cake, and I was like, well, Mom, what are we gonna do for icing? She's like, son, don't worry about that, we got that. So she got this can of Hershey's cocoa off the top shelf. It had probably been there for 3 years or something, you know, we never used it. And she made the most delicious icing with cocoa and butter and milk. And I think at the bake sale, my cupcake sold out before everything else, and I was a little bit salty about that because I didn't even get one. But you know, she was always doing stuff like that. She was making miracles out of, you know, out of odds and ends and just throwing things together, and they came out wonderful. And you know, that's the way I will always remember my mom. She always made things be better than they were supposed to be. And you know, that's my memory of my mother. So I love you, Mom, and you'll always be in my heart forever.
My mom was a beautiful person. She loved family. She was a hard worker. She made sure that the 3 of her children had everything that they needed. She gave us the tools because she knew that one day this day would come and that she would be able to leave us in the world without a worry. She's not worrying, we miss her, but she knows that she's done her very best with the 3 of us. And I'm the baby. I'm probably, I don't know really what I want to call it, but she always talked about how I needed to just make sure that I had everything together because she knew that I was the youngest, and they always say that the baby is the hardest one to deal with and all of that kind of stuff. But I'm okay, Mom, and You gave me everything that I needed, and I feel strong, and I'm okay. And she's just was a beautiful person. Her personality was just gorgeous. She was just a gorgeous person from the inside out. She loved the Lord. She made sure that we knew what we needed to do spiritually. And that was her prayer every day, that the Lord would watch over us. And she loved God dearly. And she leaves that legacy on for the 3 of her children and even our offspring, to make sure that we get right with God no matter what the situation is, that we get our lives in order spiritually and take care of our families. And that's what she lived for. And I love her dearly for all of that. And thank you, Mom, for instilling everything that you did in me. You gave me more than money could ever buy. I'll never have another mother. Nobody could ever replace you. And I thank you so much.